وعليك السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته، ومرحبا بك في جديد. وكيف حالكم يا شهاب يا مولاني يا رضوان؟ معليش على البث، يعني متأخر نص ساعة كان شبه، لكن ما علينا، كان لي ظرف بس بسيط. وبإذن الله في غدوة نبث لي لعبة دراجون بول إن شاء الله القصة، لأن هي يمكن مع الساعة 1 يعني بعد 4 ساعات شبه، يعني 3 ساعات يعني تفتح اللعبة لها بعيال وبنات. بس سويته امس، سويته امس، لان هذا ليش سويته اصلا؟ لان هو التحديث جيد، قلت خلاص اسويه مره واحده. تعرف ان البقت تعرف كويست تاخذ مني قريب 6 ساعات ونص، ساعه 6 ساعات و30 دقيقه بالضبط، بس خلصت من البدايه للنهايه بدون ما اسوي شيء غيره. تعبت وكرهت حياتي امس، وعيوني احمروا وكرهت حياتي امس بجد. ومعلومه لعلمك، كنيتش وكتشينا اصواتهم ضد مختفيه. لا
The shelf on the left, second row down, first Accs on the right.
يمكن جبت مرة
That one's
واتنين، ما
yours.
ركزت عليها
And the
كثير.
garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're
أنا
about to head
مسكوم
out
مش
for a
معصب،
break.
مسكوم مريض مسكوم
Yes,
وقت
but I am going to take it right here.
يمكن عندك
The
أنت بس يا
temperature
شباب،
is
يمكن
just perfect today.
يمكن
Really?
أنا لسه مسكوم
But
بس مريض
doesn't
من
it
أمس.
feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll
Okay.
just leave you to it then, and
آسف.
pick up my axe.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Hey, Xilonen!
Oh, traveler, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues? Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle. Even though I've already turned it over to you, there are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
تعبانة ما في مشكلة يا مولاني، روحي استريحي وتصحي بعدين سهل.
I found the Xilonen. Thanks a lot.
اوكي كان معلق عندك
By the way,
البتكم شوية يا
Nitchka's
شباب،
birthday's
معليش
coming
والله.
up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
إن شاء الله بس يا مولاني.
I've prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or let me guess, woodworking tools?
Why not? نبغى
Oh,
التطبيق.
yeah, I make these myself, and it's a lot of work. But if you like a set, I can make some time and forge one for you.
ليش لا أعطينا يب؟
We often camp out in the wild, but a set of Xilonen's tools would make pitching a tent and starting a bonfire a whole lot easier.
Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave. The book is not what you call a
لا بحثت عليه
bestseller,
كلمة،
but
بحثت عليه
luckily,
قريت عليها
I have a
الموضوع.
few copies in my collection. They were
والله
really
يضم
old
بس لمدة
editions that were
ساعتين،
published a
اوكي،
long
لأن
time
أنا لسه
ago,
تعبان من بث
but they
أمس.
should still be readable.
وخذت زكمة من بعد بث أمس، قعدت 6 ساعات ونص.
Children her age
مرضت
love
شوية وكان
fairy
الحين
tales.
يعني أنفي مسكر،
The last
يعني
time I was
جغرافية،
at
يعني مشكلة
Xilonen,
جغرافية.
I even brought Nechka.
ويا أخوي شهاب لعبة قبول لسه ما فتحت. تريد مازال 3 ساعات باش تفتح. يعني مع قريب ساعة واحدة اللي بتوقيتي أنا، قريب مع الساعة 12 توقيت الجزائر، أوكي. يعني ما بقعد يعني نايض، أوكي لهذا الوقت. فهمت علي؟ ما بقعد نايض لهذا الوقت يا أخوي شهاب، فهمت علي؟ وعليك السلام سيسي. بحثت عليها كلمة يا مولان بحثت عليها كلمة. خلصت لعبة، أوكي. دقيقة بس أكمل الكوست هذا.
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the Blaze Gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's...
You do
لازم
have a
نكمل
point,
الكاتسين هذا باش
but
ينزل صوت اللعبة.
No. I engraved some wishes on my Blaze Gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this Blaze Gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought Blaze Gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come.
Sounds kinda like a wish grant. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the Blaze Gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's true. In the end, a Blaze Gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the words. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret. Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tassoli to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some... Huh? What was I planning to send to Nachka again? This memory of mine.
Alright, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should go back.
مركز
get some rest.
لا في شيء.
Right. Please give
خصوصا
my
شنو
regards
بسم الله
to
الشياب
Tassoli and Nachka.
شنو ايش فيك يا شاب معليش
What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Aaron to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nachka's birthday party too, Xilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect
Nice,
you
well,
to
yeah,
know
we did it,
Tassoli
yeah,
too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her? Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material.
ايش تصير قصدك يعني؟
Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter. Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Huh? Wait a second. Our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise.
أما جنشن سي
Okay. Then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her.
Okay.
And that would ruin the surprise.
ميمي
But if you don't
أشوف
ask
شهاب
her, then
شخصية
how will you know
بنت
what kind of
هذاك
present she
الفتى
would
الشعر
like?
أبيض تاع النار
Here's
أوكي
another idea. Perhaps
سيسي
you can
أشوف
also give her a storybook based on what she
بس
wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
أوكي
But shouldn't we give it a little more
سيسي
thought?
سيسي
If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into
معليش
it.
شوف
Besides
سيسي
books,
تشبه شو اسمه بكلي
Unfortunately,
أوكي
no.
نوعا ما
Nachka's illness has kept flaring up
من
over the
ناحية
past
فرفشة
few
وحركات
years.
وضحك تمام
Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than
أوه
rest in
مولاني
bed.
مولاني
She didn't
بقول
even
مولاني
have
لك
the
لا
strength to
بعطيك
talk
سي
to
أحسن
anyone.
كذي
It wasn't until
شخصية
recently
تعرف
that she
عليك.
started to recover from her illness and regain
اسمها
strength to write
بيفيكسي.
letters to others. Anyway,
خلاص.
there's no need to overthink it.
أنت سيسي بدك تشبه كلي تشبه كلي 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 كلي
and we
كلي
can each give her one.
no, that's Nichka. Anyway.
Well, it's a little difficult. The premise of the book is
وقلت لك
pretty straightforward.
يا
It's
شاب انت بنت قلت
basically
لك
about a set of twin brothers
شو
working
اسمه
to
هذا ربي
defeat a demon lord.
ومولاني
But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother to kill discovers that the king's
يعني
spirit has possessed
يمكن
his
يا
young in
سيب
the ending of
لكن
the.
بس
I remember there was. I do
كويس
not wish to see
ما
your
بخلص
blood be
كويس
reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left. The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story
يا
was
بقصد
revised.
بنت
In the
بنت
revised version,
مش
the
بنت
brothers killed the
بنت
demon lord together and both survived. However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, the store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nichka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition, and I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nichka.
لا عرفت ايش شهاب يشبه عرفت يشبه شهاب عرفت لا اعرف انت تشبه شهاب اعرف ساينو انت تشبه ساينو ذاك بتاع الرعد ذاك الاهرامات ذاك في المسميرو ساينو اذا تضبط تشبه ساينو بنكتك كيف تشبه ساينو اكثر شيء.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
Let's get going.
واخيرا بقدر اوطي الصوت والله معلش اني اعطل لهالدرجة. الصوت هو ليش محلي مع اني وطيت مرة يلا يعني اتوقع كذا كويس. مرحبا بالعودة. اوكي زي ما قلت لك يا شباب انت تشبه ساينو اكثر شيء. ساينو بجد نكاتك تشبه ساينو اكثر شيء. وقلنا احنا سيسي كلي ومولاني اعطيني دقيقة بس اتذكر اسم الشخصيات بس اعطي الاسم. مولاني اها تشبه ايولا. يب تشبه ايولا مولاني. تعرف ليش؟ انت ساينو شياب انت ساينو انت ومولاني تشبه ايولا من ناحية الغضب تبعها. فعلات غضب نوعا ما. غضب بمزح بجديات بمزح. يب اوكي دقيقة اوريك شخصية ساينو. اهو وين ساينو وين اهو ساينو تاع النكات. اهو ابو النكات هذا هو ابو النكات. شفته شياب هذا انت ابو النكات. هم عارفين شخصيات رضوان هم لكن غير شاب مسكين دايخ بس ده حبتين. عليك عامله والله. لكن صوت الحين واضح اكتر ولا لسه يعني مو واضح؟
Go on now, Yengu. Nichka is still resting.
باي شابه.
Hey Twasoli, we're here.
سيسي تحب يولا.
Oh, what a surprise. And even Xilonen is here too.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nichka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nichka.
You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocolatl, so you can all try some.
براه اوكي.
Xilonen used to love
كذا عم
drinking
حسب
chocolatl.
البوت.
When she was little, she would always have
عاد
several cups every time she
مستغل
came
لك
to
والله.
visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my
البطلة
Nichka.
هذه الشعر اصفر اسمها شيلونن يا رضوان. اوكي والبطل هذا الشخصية الرئيسية اللي لعبها اسمه ايثر. هذه مو بطل، تعرف شخصية جانبية.
Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
يا اما عاد نظام ستالكر هو ولا يعني كزها عندك يا سيسي. لك والله حالة جوا يجي وراها زر البي بليد.
Let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
اوكي
Sorry.
صوت لعبة.
Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you.
بقى انا احب يولا. اوكي والله قوية. قد والله حلوة.
I'll
استغفر
fetch you
الله
a few
خلاص.
cups of chocolate.
استغفر الله خلاص.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you too.
Chocolate? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter.
والله
Traveler,
قامية
give it a try first.
مليون.
Oh,
اوكي.
don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
يا عم رضوان في زواج. رضوان قال يحب يولا. والله عملوا غلط. احاول اقوت الا بالله خلاص.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the children of
شعر فوق
Accs.
راس شدك يا عبدو.
Of all Natlan even.
بود معطيني حرية
Oh,
تصرف
well,
يعني
it's
كيف.
all thanks to the drinks I
طنطا
had
طنطا
here
طنطا.
and the books I happen to read.
تدري اقول لك شيء الحين يا مولاني، عندي راي جميل. اوكي بنحي عليك سلطة الاشراف بعطاها لرضوان باش يتحكم فيك كيف ما يريد. ايش رايك يا رضوان؟ وانا بعدين الشات يقلب خرابه والله اذا رضوان تتحكم والله.
You were so close.
كيس على صولها والله. احاول اخذ
When I
اللي
was
بالله.
little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she
خلاص
was a good
بدينا يا
role
سيسي.
model for the moment I became idle at home. They would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
عارف شهر كم؟ بس
Then I would have your
نص
parents
شيء
come
تعرف
back.
شهر كم هذا. اعرف
All your
24 سنة هذا
Chocolate
رضوان.
and
عشت
you
انا
play in
من
the
صغري
house.
بشمالي انا معه اعرفه.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen
يعني
to
ايش
you
تجي
banging
تقولي لي
away
يعني
with your
شهر ما
tools
يقارن
in the
شهر 24
workshop.
سنة عيب عاد.
But eventually, she
جديد.
moved out of the tribe to
الحياة.
find some more space, and I didn't have...
But why
أخذ
did you
اللي
seem
خلاص.
so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bedroom then.
That's right.
أنا شاكر.
I remember you used to hunker down in the room to
لكن انا
read
اقول
and
لك
draw.
ديما خذي راحتك يا مولاني.
You're all
روحي
grown
اهتمي
up
بصحتك نامي.
Even if you wanted
يعني
to
حتى
live
فترة
here,
5 دقايق
I'm
مو
afraid
لازم
you've
تتعب
already
نفس تحضيري
outgrown
كامل.
Nechka's
اقول لك
bed.
فيه لكن انت طيوبة وتحاول تقعدي وغيره. خير الشعب. بيضاء فيكي بيحبك مو بعيد.
That's how Nechka sees
رضوان والله.
Xilonen too.
اجيب رضوان. ايوه
Whenever she's
خليكي
feeling
كرضا.
bad, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to.
Well, yeah, I'm here now. And even brought a gift as an apology.
You said Nechka asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised that she even asked you for a present. When maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I
هذا
really
ما
haven't
يعتبر
done
عيد اذا
enough
جاب
to
رضوان. عيد
deserve
الحين
the
ما هذا
title
بيعتبر
of
عيد.
big
العيد لو انه
sister.
صار الاشراف فعلا عيد
I
تشوفيه بس على صوره.
wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I
يسوي اللي
didn't
يبغاه
even
هذيك
come and
اللحظة.
visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do
بايدو.
is to help her find some books.
والله من حقه
Don't
يعني.
be too hard on yourself, Xilonen.
نظام زي جماعة السوبر ساينز يا
You have
سيسي.
great
هو زي
responsibilities
جماعة
as the
الساينز يحب
main
الامرأة
member of the
القوية.
tribe. We both
ما يحبوا
know you are
فورينا
far
يعني
too
ولا
busy to take
شيروي
care of
يعني.
her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blamed.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. And even now, I still have not found the courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone. Hasn't Nechka gotten better lately?
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nechka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then. And I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering you on.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like. If you asked me before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she's gradually recovering, Nechka's illness actually originates from the Abyss. That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging of new ancient names. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the Abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off.
4 أشخاص ثم زادوا من عزوز ونفرين عشوائيين.
يعني حق. That I got back home with some guards from the tribe, but Nechka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days.
اوكي كويست والله يعني كريه نوعا ما.
And there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. Work was busy at the time, so I told her that. Oh, Nechka. I was the one who decided to move.
لا لا بزيادة يا سيسي لا.
Hey, it's okay, right? Nechka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she?
Sorry.
عنده دومين اكسبانشن خاص به رضوان هذا ليش مولانا.
I remember that time.
ايضا وطف عاقل رضوان عاقل الله يهديك عاقل الناس بعد فتره تشوف البث اقفل البث هذا اللي فيه كلمه غلط والله اقفله.
I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
Oh help! That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure
عندك مثل السمكة والله. لا مثل الحيوان الكسلان معلش يا حسب كلمة حيوان. مثل الكسلان. بوك استيعاب متأخر يا مولانا جد.
We haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
It just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat.
Both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Oh, come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit?
Cup of grain fruit!
How about a cup of grain fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking.
مرحبا الناس الثانية في البث مرحبا لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك. حبوا يصير الخميس الجمعة.
Would you go check by the door and see if they were already here?
بالله.
Please bring them in. Come on,
يا أصحاب نتجوز أنا ما أنا.
You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite.
الله يعمل خلاص. أقول لك الخميس الجاي لك تعرف تبي لها زبدة تبي لها مش مكرونة تعرف. مشي للبر. واحد غير جو شوي والله. لكن بدنا الخميس هذا إن شاء الله يا رضوان نجي. شوت كريمة وكيف. زين نص كلام رضوان ما فهمه. شاهد والطيران. الله يسيس حاله.
That kid.
اي والله لايك وطيران والله سيسي. والله شاب ما عجبه جو النكات يا شاب. بتكلم عادي يقول نكتة شاب عادي يلا. نتونس بنكاتك ما في مشكلة. رضوان جو ممتاز رضوان هذا معناها جو مريقل وممتاز يعني متعدل هذا رضوان هيك جو.
Thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur as soon as we came out.
ألعب يا
رضوان. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
أوكي سيسي خطيرة لايك خطيرة بمعنى حرفي اللي درتيه. صح على قلبك يا شباب صح. خذك معاه طاسة حليب بس.
Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten myself. Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Xilonen,
هو ميستري جاي هو عرفت له هذا ليش ضوء.
Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters. Let's go
والله جو مستمتع يا جديد.
Game's up. Fun's over. Transfixed.
All right, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, it was easier than I thought.
اوكي ما تسوي فيها اساس حركة ذكية بتقلب الموضوع علي انا. اوكي.
Strange. We didn't see any monsters on the way here.
نعم يا سيسي نعم اسمعك.
I use this road to deliver goods
أو أقرأ
all
لك يعني.
the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters.
نعم يا سيسي.
This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy.
كوب حليب.
Tepetlosaur doesn't even forge
ليس
ancient
طاسة
names
حليب.
anymore. So why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nechka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Nechka's playmates. No, wait. They've even told me about Nechka's favorite game. If I remember right, it was... strange.
ما هذا ليش ما أريد تفطس هذا ليش؟
I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a blaze gem inscription too!
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for
Okay.
you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
والله ضحكتي انت والله ان شاء الله يوم يجي اوكي في بيتك هي عندي ضحكة شريرة تطلع لا يريدين. يا جماعة يسمعني اي احد يسمعني بها يقول لي ضحكة جماعة انمي هي ضحكة غبية. ان شاء الله غير ما يسمع عني حد بس.
That's so weird. Paimon's not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow related.
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the
لا ما
ingredients back.
تخافي.
Otherwise,
لا
we
تستطيع
won't
الخيارات
have
لا.
anything to eat
طني
tonight.
بالغدرة. بس ما تبي زي كل مرة والله بجد والله. هي تبي زيادة الدراسة والله. نعم يا سيسي. نعم يا سيسي. انت نوعا ما اعطيتيني كلمات سس شوية اقولها صراحة. يعني انا غد بتزوج شنو؟ بتزوج عبود يعرف. اوكي بتزوج عبود يعرف. ما قلت عبود يعرف. ما قلت بس عبود. كان يا جماعة بيشكوا فيك بس. شوي كانت تقول تسس يا شباب معليش.
You're finally back.
قالت لي نادي
What took you
البنت
so long?
اللي
I was starting to worry.
Oh yeah, we
غادة
ran
الأرض
into
هذه.
some small problems, but everything's fine now.
All
طول
right.
صوت
As long as everything's okay now, you'll have a seat. I'll get the
لا
food
لا
ready.
لا
It won't take long.
لا ما اسويها والله. تسوي علي ميمات. ليه بسم الله. حاول خذ بالله خلاص.
Whoa, there's so
ايوه
much
ايوه.
tasty food! You're amazing,
حاول خذ بالله
Fosoli!
خلاص.
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
But Paimon can't reach that dish! Could you give Paimon some? Come on!
Ooh yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
ولا قبل فوق شوف عدوى صارت لي. اوكي
Of
دقيقة.
course. Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like.
لا
Nechka
عكس
can't
كذا
eat these
والله.
dishes anyway.
اللي فوق شوف العدوى
Her
صارت
body
لي.
is too weak to digest these kinds of
وقالت لي
things.
نادي البنت
I'll
اللي
just make
فت.
some broth for her.
لا شبحت الغدر اللي صارت لك. قالت لك شوف يعني خلت تشوف الجهة الأخرى وضربتك يبر من يدك دخلت وطلعت. لكن أنا عكسك أنت أوكي.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone.
نعم اختبارات
The doctor
تزوج عبود
said
بها
that
انا هدي
she's
هدي هدي
stable is
هدي
pretty
هدي
much a miracle.
ريلاكس يا برو
But it's
ريلاكس.
okay. Nechka can talk
انا
to
على
me
عكسك
now
انت يا
and can
مولاني.
even hold my hand.
انا عندي مشكله مع الليبر اوكي.
That's
تعرف
more
شنو
than I could
المشكله؟
ask for. Even if she will
مشكلتي
never
مع
again
الليبر
know
اني لو
that I
لو
am
انا
her
رحت
mother.
اتبرع بالدم او ادي تحاليل اضحك اموت بالضحك من ورا الليبر تدخل في يدي.
The
يعني
doctor
ما اخاف
said
منها
the
ابكي
abyss
اضحك
has had
بس
an irreversible
زي المجنون
effect
او
on
ما اضحك اني
Nechka's
جوكر
soul.
والله.
She's lost all her memories from before she was injured.
براه بالله شنو قلت ملا. اوكي اسمك الاول تمسح من الكتاب الجزاء سنابي جواز العائله والله بكل نحى اسمك بكل الاول.
How does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forget but the case of
سكيب قصة حزينة ما لها طعم. لا شفته ما تخافي لك تسوي نفسي غبي بس.
So you plan on recreating?
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago. The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when Blaze Gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing Blaze Gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made the shapes and pattern by making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern. Yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the Blaze Gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were that's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
And the reason they extracting those but your plan, your Blaze Gem inscriptions, and the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to
a memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscriptions took away any memories related to Nechka?
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past?
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. I intend to
ألعب يا رضوان ألعب.
memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
إيش حلم حلمتي سيسي إيش حلم؟
Memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem, this is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlasami?
لا حول ولا قوة بالله. ايش حلم هذا وات ايش ذا الحلم والله. ما ادري سيسي.
Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I thought you just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she'll be left to drift around.
والله عندك كاميرا مش جو برو، انت عندك كاميرا اسطورية بكل تبعتها من وين طالع وصل الفضاء الصغير. نايس والله. والله حلم. أعوذ بالله خلاص.
I'm going to completely disassemble it. I won't make any promises until I've checked. Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
سكيب دي تولت انت واك الميمز. لا والله ما اقدر، لكن ما احاول اعلق، خليه ياخذ راحته. سوي نفسي عاطي شنو بلايند اي للبون دير.
Nechka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler.
اوكي. كوست طويل قصير ما ادري والله بزف. اوكي الكوست شكله والله مو مطول. ولا تم الكوست؟ لا تقولي تم الكوست. تم الكوست اما كمان لي سنين هو بس احد طلعت من سنين يا اخي. ما اوكي يا اخي خذ راحتك يا والله. نتقابل يوم الخميس باذن الله. احنا الخميس الجاي او قبله مرات نتقابل يوم السبت. مرات نجيك يوم السبت تعرف. مرات نديك لفه. هذا وين قاعد على مشيتش للجامعه يعني. يا اعرف يا اخوي ايش اسمك يا شاب. لك محتاجه بس افتح البوست تبعها. هذا ليش شاب؟ لا مو بوستر. شاب الحين مستمخ متكي كالملك على يعني الفيرس تبعه ياكل بقلاوه الحين. سكيب الارض. وجزانا الله اجمعين ان شاء الله بخير. وعادي والله ما هي مشكله. غير بس خلي نفسيتك يعني تحكمي بها اكثر. بس معلش يعني ما اريدك يعني كل مره تنفعلي او شيء يعني تزهري وتسوي مشكله ولا شيء. بس فهمت علي؟ وقفت الشغل حق مبوستر امبارح.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There's some things I need to get from
مرة انت الحين تفهميني غلط. يوم اتكلم عادي صوتي عادي تقول ليش معصب ليش تصرخ. فانا ما اصرخ. هذه مشكلة وين. هذا ليش احكي عنه اذا فهمتيني.
Oh yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Look, everything's piled up to the ceiling. You
براحة اوكي. ما تدري لا تصرخ بصرخ. اوكي بوريهولك انا الجو هذا تسوي لي فيه. أنا مسوي نفسي طيب وتنمري علي. اوكي.
The last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the masters of the night. Then she turned around and she tried to step out of the way but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom, the forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
صرخ. اوكي حاضر. وصرخ الحين. اخذ نفس عميق. هم يحب. الله يعمل.
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
إذا صرخ بصرخ روح جوايا. 1 2 3 4. هذا صرخة. معليش مشي حالك خلاص.
Like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside, you probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as an engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But as you
والله
might know,
اسمعني
people tend to add a lot
اذا ما في
of
كاميرا تثبت لنا
extraneous details
تثبت
when it comes to
من انا
stories
اكون
about
اي شيء يمكن
themselves.
اكون فضائي يعني
For
بالمره.
stories that have been clearly
ما
exaggerated
تدري
or
شيء.
altered, I must gather other related stories and information. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you
حاول
find
اخذ
the authentic
بالصلب الشوي
spirit.
والله. اما عاد
And
انت
this is
ثلاثة
the
اماكن
only way for
تضربوا
the
عندك
spirit
مرة
to
واحدة
become
بسم
an
الله
ancient name
صلب الشوي.
that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept
يب
behind
رضوان
ancient
يب
names before, but after hearing you explain the details,
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically
المشكلة أنا ما
tangible
أعرف أصرخ، هذه
effects.
مشكلة وين يا سيسي الصراحة يعني.
Take your own names, for example.
حتى بحاول ما بقدر يعني.
From the moment you
مو
appeared
لازم
in
إني
this
أحرج
world,
نفسي أكثر من
some
اللازم.
person had already prepared a blessing for you, and that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way,
when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly.
دقيقة بس. ما هو يا مولاني هو الحين سوى مقولة في مليون سمكة في البحر، هذا وش سوى رضوان الحين.
But it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The traveler always has Paimon by his side though, so he'll never have to worry about that. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, traveler.
Brock, yeah, please, you always the one to get tired when you're on the...
Paimon's always flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic, we can talk about that later.
صوت رايح بزيادة. حقد الله.
Anyway, this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well,
مرحبا
that's
في
not
البث.
entirely
دخلت جديد
true.
علينا، اعطونا
Auntie
لايك
and I
اشتركوا
have at
بالقناة
least come to
واستمتعوا
a
بالبث ان شاء
consensus
الله
on the most
وبالمناوشات
important
الجميلة في
thing.
الشات.
You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
اوكي.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
يلا. اوكي. والله حتى اسمي بعد شوي رضوان بيخلوه يبدل عبود، ما عادش في عبود ولا عبد ولا شيء. طف. هلا يا عزوز. معليش عزوز بس اليوم ما صار منها دراغون بول لان اللعبة لسه ما فتحت يعني في التنزيل. مكتوب لسه ما زال يبي 3 ساعات وانا بحاول انام بكري اليوم لان غدا يعني صار جمعة، بروح عند صار جمعة بكري بس. بلاش يا عزوز.
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal
غدا عزوز بيلعب دراغون بول،
engravings.
غدا
Start
بيلعب دراغون بول.
formally
اوكي
working on the small
لعبة الرعب
internal
يمكن
engravings of
يوم
the
الأحد
ancient name.
لعبة
If
رعب
we
يمكن،
want to
لكن نسوي لها
dismantle
هذيك
the
يعني
central
بنشوف
inscription
المنتدى
in a
بروح.
non-destructive
لكن غدا نلعب
manner,
دراغون بول
we'll
بإذن
have to
الله.
use
نلعب
this
دراغون
thing.
بول جديدة،
I
هي الحين
really don't
تفتح
want to
مع
engrave
بعد
such a
ساعتين من
large
الحين تفتح.
diagram with my bare hands.
وأنا بنام بكري اليوم،
Oh, so
فهمت
you'll
علي؟ ما
be
بقدر
able to
أبثها
see
وأنا
what it
تعبان
looks like
الصراحة،
on
بس
the
حتى البيت بقعد
inside
سهران.
without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
يب بكرة يب
For the
بكرة
most
بيكون في
part.
لعبة دراغون بول.
If it were just an ordinary
هو
unfinished
يقدر، هي
ancient
اللعبة
name
تفتح مع
piece,
الساعة 1 في
I'd
الليل.
just take
يب
it apart
بكرة
and pour
تكون لعبة دراغون بول.
phlogiston into the
بيكون
internal
مفتوح في يوم
engravings
يعني
to see
بكري، يمكن من
everything.
المساء بفتحها يعني
But
من
since
الساعة
it's a
5
central
مساء بفتح البيت.
inscription, it would be better not
لكن
to
كلها
destroy the
بحسب يعني
blessing
إذا
that
النت
Auntie has
موجود،
prepared for
إذا
Nichka.
الكهرباء ما هربت يعني أو فصلت
Xilonen,
الكهرباء بفتح
does
البث
this
بكري إن شاء
central
الله.
inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names? Or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities.
لا مش طفشت،
Without
أنا
specific
تعبان
names,
مو
I would only
طفشان
be
يعني
able
من
to go to
اللعبة،
the ore
تعبان
merchant and
أمس
say,
أنت
I
قلت
want this
سهران.
and this. No,
سويت
this
بث
isn't
أمس
it.
6 ساعات معاه
That
يا
one.
أخوي
No, not
عزوز،
that
رحت
one
العمل
either.
اليوم بكري،
Yeah, you see what I
تأخرت
mean?
يعني حتى رحت العمل رحت
Names
يعني
are a
يمكن 7
crucial
صباحا،
part of how we standardize our
ورجعت يمكن مع
workflow.
المساء يعني.
Without names,
وأنا تعبان الصراحة، فهمت
the
علي؟
work would be impossible.
ويعني غدا صار جمعة أبغى أروح للمسجد بكري شوي، فهمت علي؟ فذاك بحاول أنام بكري.
Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice.
أحا بسم الله. أما سيسي كبتي مية كثير والله. أحا أوكي. إيش جاتك لحظة إدراكي سيسي؟ إيش سويتي؟
After all, creating an ancient name
يب
is
أنا فاتح
quite
بث
the
الحين يا
complicated
عزوز، فاتح بث
process.
الحين.
Well, let me break it down even
مشي بث
further.
يمكن ساعة
I'm not in
وساعتين
the tribe
الحين
right now
دب الكوست
anyway.
هذا وبقفل بعده.
Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Outland's history. Giving someone
والله
a
ما أقدر
name
عنه،
is a
ولد عمي هذا أكبر مني،
subjective
ولد عمي تشوف
expression.
فيه هذا.
You just need to express
بحترمه
your
وأقدره
hopes
يعني،
and
ما أقدر
wishes
أسوي
for
شيء.
them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much
باهي والله
thought and
نايس.
observation.
عندي
If ancient
إيش
names
اسمه
or
يبي
nicknames
أنا
aren't
جمعت
descriptive
الأنمي
enough,
سيستر
no
أند
one will
براذر
remember
تروب.
them
باهي
anyway.
مية مية نايس.
So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting
أما
nicknames possible.
لا اهدي سيسي
Even a
بيهديك
minor
بيهديك
mistake in the
مين.
process could cause people
ريلاكس
to
شوية،
misunderstand
لا
the
تتحمسي في
nickname.
لحظة.
For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
ريلاكس يا سيسي ريلاكس.
Paimon isn't
روح
trying to
يمكن
come up
أنام
with
لأني
anything
تعبان،
for
يمكن
Xilonen.
براحتك يا عزوز. نام براحتك، تم بصحتك أهم شيء عادي. إذا حتى رحت من البث تنام براحتك يا أخوي عزوز، أهم شيء صحتك بس.
Now I'm curious. Why don't
امسك
you
امسك
come
ولا
up
جد
with
الروح.
something?
المفروض أقول بالجو كسر طلعت عبود
Are you
فنون.
serious?
Of course. This is
Okay.
also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Xilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make Smith?
معلش حصل خير سيسي، حصل خير يا سيسي،
Yeah,
حصل
not
خير. لا
bad,
لا
not
عادي عادي.
bad. And quite
أخطاء
fitting
تحت
too.
ترى، وبداية
I'll
الكيبورد ما
remember
شاء الله
it.
يده في كتابة الطريق
But,
تصير
you
غلطة،
should
ما
keep
هيش مشكلة.
observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname.
حصل خير.
Okay,
طز في الكيبورد
time
حصل
to
خير
make
عادي
like a
عادي.
smith
أهم حاجة نعرف
and
إنك تريدي
start
كسرة، أهم
smithing.
شيء بس.
Watch closely.
يب رضوان راح يمسك معاه بيطلق الحين. يب نوعا ما.
Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees.
أوكي.
The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here, and when the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. There! That should complete the flow.
were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground.
حاول أقود اللي بالله خلاص. حاول
Oh
أقود
no,
اللي
it
بالله
doesn't have
خلاص.
anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with anchor 1 and activate it with density 3 phlogiston.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Tlasoli's central inscription is even floating!
ألعب يا شاب يا أحمد الحين يعني بتلعب لي نظام الوينج مان أركح عاقل أخوي شاب الله يهديك. خليني هيك حالتي الحمد لله عايش مستريح ممتاز اهتم بالوالدة وحالي كويس يعني ليش المواضيع هذه والله.
So are you done checking the inscription sheet?
لسه صغير أنا أحس نفسي لسه صغير. لا
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
That means we can help Tlasoli and Nichka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Paimon will cover her ears after the...
أعطينا اللغز إيه.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will
إيه والله
still
بفرج
continue to
همه خلاص.
exist. But, you know, before we get to that, I want to ask the traveler a question.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By
هلا
herself,
جيلان
Auntie can't handle
عليك
that
السلام جيلان
level
كيف
and
حالك
scope
شو أمورك
for
طيب
it,
ما
but
شاء الله.
if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices
الحمد
or
لله يا
signs that
جيران
she
الحمد لله
intends to
طيب
put
أهم
it
شيء
to
أنت طيبة
such
صحيحة.
uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze gem
يا أخوي
inscription
شهاب
that
أوكي.
cannot be ignored.
خلي بالك شيء أنت رضوان لو تسمعني رضوان
names
ما دي بس رضوان ركز مع مع شيء أوكي ركز مع أوكي قول لغز يا شياب.
In this process, the YUB actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the YUB from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to...
إيش مبروك يا جيلان ليس نايس والله مبروك يا جيلان مبروك عليك.
trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nechka as the only ancient name bearer of this. There's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her past, she'll
ما
be
تخاف خلي
able to
رضوان
work
بس
on
رضوان
her
أنت كمل
own
بس
to
باقي لغز
accurately
ورضوان
find
يحل
the
لك لغز بإذن
correct
الله.
past. Only Aunt Tlasoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nechka's YUB to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted
أنا
memory
جبت
is
شيلونن
correct.
يا جيلان أنا حتى أنا
Nechka
جبتها.
would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a YUB. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But
Names are blessings for the future from people I've also made up my mind.
اوكي ويو اوكي الله يبارك فيك يا جيلان. الله يبارك فيك يا جيلان، الله يبارك فيك. والله شكل شاب نت ضعيف عليه يا رضوان، يمكن اتوقع له. لكن باذن الله اخذ لك منه اللغز وبعتولك خاص بعدين رضوان اذا هو ما كمل اللغز يعني شاب.
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nechka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions...
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen.
Okay.
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other...
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss...
يب خلصنا هذا امس يا جيلان. مت 6 ساعات ونص في الكوست هذا كله تاع الكون. 6 ساعات ونص، كرهت حياتي تعرف الكوست، والله كرهت حياتي.
Alright, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nechka control the Blaze... Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nechka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book.
كويست تطور والله بزيادة. يبغوني احزن لبنتها اللي فقدت ذاكرتها، والله كرهتها من بنتها صراحة. اعطي رضوان فترة، رضوان يخليك لغز، اعطيه فترة بس.
Nechka, don't hurt yourself.
مولاني حالة لغزة.
Xilonen, is that you? You're Nechka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello,
لا تو الحين
Nechka.
شهر، الحين طقت شهر.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
No.
ليه تو الحين اصلا يا سيسي شهر الحين بديت ستريم وثبت على يعني مسار
It's what I
ستريم.
bought for her before.
فهمت علي؟ قبل انا يعني قناة يوتيوب اسوي فترة ستريم، اسوي فترة مقاطع وما اثبت يعني.
These kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back.
وعليك السلام ورحمة الله يا زينة، كيف حالك؟ ايش امورك؟
I was so busy taking care of her that I
مش
forgot
متابع مع
about the
اختفاء.
book.
والله محمود، هلا والله يا
Even
اخي
forgot
محمود،
that she
كيف
asked you
حالك؟
for a
شنو
gift.
امورك خيي؟
Auntie,
ودي لي
do
نفسك
you know
غدا.
which version of
الحين
the
خليت
book
تنزل دراجون بول سبارك زيرو، اشتريتها
Which
بكري يا
version?
محمود ونلعبها
The
غدا
shopkeeper
يعني في
said
البث.
it was the one
نلعب
with
ضد
the
بعضنا في
perfect
البث، ليش
ending
لا؟
to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now.
نايس والله.
It's all my fault.
نعم يا سيسي.
You wasted your money and
جايزو.
now it
والله.
won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nechka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nechka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh, seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Yeah.
كويست كنا تطول بزيادة الكويست، الحين كم لي ساعة؟ اوكي.
Take
ساعة
her
في
for
البث.
a walk, but Considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh,
باهي
don't
مبروك
worry, Auntie. She'll be
الجلسة
safe with the
الجميلة.
traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if
براحتك يا أخوي،
anything
استاذ
comes
استاذ
up,
براحتك.
we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, what do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good,
أبغى أسوي
Mom.
سكيب
Didn't you
للكويست.
say before?
Alright,
كويست
alright. I
كريه.
also happen... Wait for a
قصة
moment.
حزينة كريهة والله. كويست كتروا كلام زيادة.
It
اوكي
doesn't hurt to be...
Oh, you can let me carry these.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine. Okay. Thanks, everyone. And please don't worry. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Eek now. I've had her blazed in...
أها. مي مدر اوكي. وضعك سسي مولاني اذا مي مدر.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nichka too. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about.
I hope so. Here.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. But,
I would like...
Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next. Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Xilonen.
لب ديلوك لب هو ديلوك.
Found it. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here. Please
اوكي
take
باه
it.
تمام رضوان. تصبح على خير وانت
By
من
the way,
اهله واحلام
Nichka,
سعيدة
feel
رضوان.
free to write to me if you
تمام.
ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me
طيب
out of the blue
تزوج
asking
عبود
for a
عيب عليك.
volcanic crystal.
ليه بسم الله؟ ليه انت فجأة اعطيتوني اكليه صغير؟ ليه بسم الله ليه؟ انا يعني
Sorry
بدل ما
about
اتزوجها بربيها
She
يعني
can
انا.
hardly contain her curiosity now that she
والله
started to
بربيها
recover.
يعني كليه بيقولها نامي وخلاص والله.
She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echoes. It's normal for us to be interested in ore.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave, when he was about to save his brother Remak.
تمام يا رضوان 100 براحتك
According
رضوان.
to the story, we should be right around... let Paimon see... To kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your
اوكي.
brother is no longer
عادي
your
هذا الشيء
kin.
انك تسوي هذا
His
الكليب.
name has sunken into the deepest of... Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Oh, you remembered that whole
انت
line,
متزوجة من
Nichka?
الفك بالسرية بخفية مولانيتي. احس لب مو ديلوك تعرف كيف. لب احسه مش اسمه ذاك. نسيت اسمه لا حول ولا قوة بالله. نسيت اسمه زح. نسيت اسمه والله نسيت اسمه الشخصية والله.
The ending in the older version is more interesting, even if it's hard for kids to, well,
مش
completely
والله نسيت
understand.
اسمه والله.
Wait,
لأنه يركب يكون نب
the
كلي.
other ending.
مو ديلوك لا
Just wait a bit and
دقيقة بس. أعطيك اسم الأب باش يعرف إن الأب يعني في الرسمي. أوكي دقيقة بس.
You already know the other
لا
ending?
مو رزلي لا ورزلي إيش دخله
Didn't you only
بكلي.
read the...
Hey,
Mom. Mr. We were just
دقيقة
talking
نسيت
about
اسمه
how
بس
the
والله
bad
نسيت.
guy was defeated and everyone
كل
returned home safely.
aren't happy endings always? Guess you'll have to go to bed early
هو
tonight.
أبو صبر.
I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. But, you know,
Next, let's stay close, Nick.
Yes, Mom.
أشياء كيف أبوك. أهو الحين أقول لك من أبوها كلي. أوكي دقيقة بس. وين وين الحليوة هذا واه كايا ابو كلي يعتبر لب كلي الروحي بزيادة، يعتبر حتى اللب الجسدي عادي يعتبر كايا بزيادة والله. كايا هو لب والله. كيس ما خلي تقيم يمه. بسم الله. ايش شرب عصير تفاح؟ هو شرب عصير تفاح ولا ايش؟
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Xilonen.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that? Tlasoli sure has connection.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your blaze gem inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nechka, say thank you.
والله اسمعيني بنتك لي تحب كايا اوكي، فلكن لا ما لي علاقة يعني
Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before.
ما لي علاقة. اسمي بنتك لي ليش
It
تحب
looks like you're
كايا؟
doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If you don't feel like it, you can also let your mom choose for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nechka. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things. Oh, do you? Oh, no need to bring them all the way here.
I don't know
ما
much about
عجبني
that
كويس
kind of
والله.
scissors.
ما عجبني كويس الصراحة. كلام ما لي لازمة والله.
And there goes Xilonen dragging.
أحط من مهام أساس كريتا التتبع الزحمة. مهام أساس كريتا التتبع كريهة، لكن هذه أكثر منها بزيادة كويس والله.
Version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought his best. What about you, Nietzsche? Oh, the one who would, if it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother, of course, a story.
أوكي بعطيني دقيقة بس. وعليك السلام جزيلا. محمد كيف حالك؟ كيف أخبارك؟ شو أمورك؟ ما سمعتي محمد غدو في بيت لي يدرقبوه إن شاء الله. الله وأنتي نفسك. يب. يب يا مولانا يب. وعليك السلام يا زينب. اي والله لا تنسوا اللايك يا جماعة في البث بالله معليش يعني، واشتركوا بالقناة. والله ما أدري نفسي إني كرنج أقول هذا الكلام لكن والله معليش.
You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nechka. Paimon's read both. My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nechka. Look at you.
ليه كايا شخص محترم.
Now, drink some water.
We've picked something out for Nechka. A
sambusa.
pipeline. We'll deliver it to Auntie's house. Once he's packaged
خد
it up.
sambusa. والله حاسس.
Just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Xilonen has dragged Tlasoli.
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now.
Okay.
Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nechka be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
يب ليش ليه؟ اوكي الكويست هذا لسه مطول دقيقة. هذا الكويست هو نفس اللي فيه الحين. اوكي 100. اوكي زوج تاني شعر احمر.
I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin.
اعطيني بس اكمل الكتسين هذا وحاضر اشوف لك زوج تاني.
Thank you, Miss Chep.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one.
Oh, Xilonen.
مين طلع اتوقع؟
We already know what's going on.
To be honest, I won't the last time the asked for why I had been leaked.
والله كويست قريح. خاطر كله خاطر شيلونن والله مو خاطر شيلونن والله ما اسوي الكويست هذا.
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
Paimon wants to go too. we'll go together. Paimon, really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
ما تخافي، اظن تتوقعيه رجعك رجعة
You
قوية
haven't bought any
الحين،
jewelry for
تخافي
a
في
while,
الظلام الحين.
Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
يب ليش لا والله، شكسبير ديلوك ليش لا.
We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out.
Mr. Traveler,
لقيت اسم من هو اب كلي. اوكي تدرين في الانمي تبع ناروتو. اوكي في مرة ناروتو في فيلم يعني هو يعتبر فيلر. اوكي اسمه تغير ل اسمه تغير اسم الثاني ولا شعر احمر، يبقى ضوء ناروتو لونه شعر احمر بزيادة والله.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Mom,
يب. ليش تفنس على بنتها؟ اوكي تعصب بنتها.
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing.
لا ناروتو في فيلم مرة. لا مو لا انا مشيت نلعب. لا في حلقة لا مو قولوا لا في حلقة. اوكي ناروتو تقابل مع امه كاتشينا. اوكي في الحلقة انه على اساس قاعد يكلم فيها ان ليش ما يعني ما صار مثل لون شعرها مثل شعرها هي احمر. هذه افتكرت لا مو ناروتو هذاك، لا واحد ثاني. لا هذاك ناروتو تخيل روح انه شعره احمر، مو يعني شخصية ثانية. لا
Sorry, Nichika's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right.
No, Nichika was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. Let's go, Nichika. It's time.
اوكي جنشن. اوكي اعطيني دقيقة. الاركايف. اوكي شعر احمر جامينج. شو رايك في جامينج؟ والله حتى يعطي شعر احمر نوعا ما من الداخل يعني تحت شعره شوي. شعر احمر. ولا جاب يقول لك هايزو من بكري، لكن والله هايزو احسه ولا دلوع بزياده. هايزو والله ما يصلح. والله هو الفخامه بطوبته يعني بجسده كله يناسب كلي. اوكي كافا. ايش رايك في كافا؟ نايس فيري نايس. شعر اشقر وبزنس مان يعني والله نايس. اقول لك كافا. اوكي اي كافا مناسب بزيادة والله. اشوف كافا مناسب بزنس مان اقل شيء يعني. يحاول يخدم الراجل، يخدم حلال يعني مسكين يحاول. ايتو لكن ايتو ما يحب يعني يهتم بأخته يعني، ما يحب الاطفال بصفة عامة، فلك صعب شوي احسه يعني يتزوج يعني.
Please be sure to come to Nichika's birth. All right. It's nearly bedtime for Nichika, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste? It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nichika?
Yeah. Thanks, Xilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every line.
لا تلعب على الخط الأحمر يا أخوي شهاب. خليني أنا إيثر، أنا شخصية إيثر أدور على أختي، لا أدور زواج لا أدور مواضيع. خليك بعيد الخط الأحمر هذا.
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nichika's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh, what's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nichika fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that
انا
if
مو
what
عمها،
you
انا
said
جدها.
about
انا
Nichika's illness
يعني
is
اي فريق
true,
يكبر عمره 500
she
سنه
shouldn't
واكثر،
be
يعني
able to
اعتبر جدها.
remember
جد
anything
جد جد
about her
جدها.
past before her illness. So the ending to the original version of To Kill the
شاو
Brave is
تزوجين القصير.
also part
شاو
of the
اوكي.
past that she should have forgotten.
القزم شاو اوكي.
In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
بيكون المعلم الصيني شين شاو، عرفت له؟ معلم القزيل، المعلم المحارب الاسطوري شين شاو، عرفت له؟ هذا بيكون يعني مو معلم تاريخ.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently.
اوكي. يعني ما نقدر نكت مع مولانا. اوكي.
In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nichika reading the book.
ايش بيك انت مع الدلوعين والقصار بزياده؟ ليه يعني شاو القزم والدلوع ليني الحين؟ ايش مازال ما اخذت يعني؟
There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nichika where she'd read it.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memories...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories? I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light. Nichika, where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nichika. Are you disobeying me?
امها معنفتها. اوكي. هذه مو امها، هذه متعنف، هذه بزياده.
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nichika. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nichika. Right here, right now.
اما ليش ليان؟ ايش دخلها يا لان مسكينه؟ زح خلها في حالها.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nichika remembers it.
ايش خير حلو.
I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please.
امها مجنونه هذه بزياده. مجنونه بزياده امها. اوكي. اما
Something's blocking the door.
Get back.
نايس والله. بداس كيك والله. معليش تاخذ صور.
Xilonen, wait for us.
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa.
اوكي.
What are all those things on Nichika's wall?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go.
شنو خيره؟ كيف خير حلو. كنيش لايق عليه. كنيش لا، اخاه بيهبلها. تعرف اخاه ذاك الكريه اللي يطير بيجننها مولانا، والله بجد بيجننها بزياده. والله ما بعد ذاك لي زح عايش من ورا امها، ديما تريد تكون سنجل. مشكله والله.
What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate! Bring it!
استغفر الله تبري. اوكي. يتبع المعجزات، انتبه. اوكي. ويو. اوكي. اها. اقول لك شيء، زوجتك مباحني. والله انت يا شهاب ما يصلح معاك الا من هي ربي، من هي ربي. دقيقة بس، انت ما يصلح معاك يا شهاب انت الصراحة. حسب وقت بتعرف يصلح معاك جين بزيادة والله. يصلح معاك جين او جين تصلح معاك، تكون شعرها اشقر ويعني حريصة بزيادة، تعذبك في حياتك يعني. ويو اوكي. اما ايميلي بالله شنو يا مولانا، ايميلي لهالدرجة والله. جين هذه رئيسة القوة الفرسان تاع مونستاد اوكي، وايميلي هذه الشخصية جديدة ضافاها اللي لها عنصر دندرو، هذه جديدة. ما اقدر اوري شيء الحين لانه مقفل الحين، شوي اوريه حاضر. اي بس
Quietly now. Overruled.
اوكي. ما ادري ايش اعمل ايش. طبعا فجأة اوكي. اوتش اوكي. يعني شو اسوي الحين، يعني اضرب ولا؟ اوكي كيف اصعد فوق بحي مثلا؟ اوكي 100 اوكي 100 هيك اسوي. اوكي 100 انا غبي شوي معليش والله. دقيقة معليش والله، بركز معاكم شوي تاني بس. شباب بنتي تطلع احلى واحدة. شغلت في جناز غد والله. هلا بكون في عونك يا اخوي شياب.
Alright, let's finish this fast. Busted. Laid bare. Here comes the catch.
Bring it!
Go on.
The door's closed here too. Where should we go now?
ابي شيجون تذكرني كتير.
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside.
ايوه لسه ما اقدر اسوي شيء. اوريك حاجة مشكلة صح.
All right, let's keep going.
يلا افتح ادخل. ويو دخلنا اوكي. دقيقة اعطيك احسن اسم باذن الله يا اخوي اشياء بس. يا الله دقيقة بس. عبود من الشخصيات اللي تبي تجيبهم؟ ما يعرف نافية. دقيقة شوفها في جوجل. اوكي والله ما في شخصيات الحين بجيبها. الحين احس نفسي التيمات يعني تبعي جبتها ممتازة. بحاول اجمع نقاط وخلاص والله الصراحة. انا الصراحة يعني اعتبر يمكن مرات اخذ شخصية دي بيس ثانية، مرات اخذ يعني نوفلت، يمكن اخذ نوفلت بزيادة يعني محتاج شخصية دي بيس زيادة غير التشينو. فهمت علي؟ حتى بالنافي يا طول. والله شاف تسحب نافي يا طول والله. هذا كوست واحد طويل شكله.
Nichka's up there.
أحب ضحي ببنتها.
I never lied to you, even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my.
What did she say?
بتضحي ببنت تانية بس تجيب بنتها قديمة. يب.
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nichka.
القصة مخبصة ألف نقول بها خلاص. منظرها يقرف هذه الشخصية.
She's afraid of the dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back.
كوكومي والله نايس هي تعتبر كهيلر وكشخصية.
Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nichka. I raised her and took care of her for many years.
لا تخاف، لا تحلم بيه الحلم، ما تخافش. تحقق ليش لا يا أخوي شياب، أنت قد أنت تستطيع.
I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me mom. But then I suddenly felt very
والله أحلامك طويلة يا ونان يعني تقعد تعطلي في اللعبة سنة أو سنتين بتاخذين شخصيات كلهم يعني، وإذا ربحت 50-50 عاد.
How could I be happy? My little Nichka is still waiting for me. Waiting, as I said.
والله مهبولة هذه
I want to
الشخصية.
bring Nichka back.
تلزولي.
Even if it costs me everything.
والله بجد أحلامك يبغى أحلام بجد والله.
The time has come for me to pay.
يا رب نذبحها لما تذبحين هذه الشخصية تتفرج شيلونين والله بزيادة.
It's finally time to put it to good use. If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nichka's ancient name. Xilonen, you have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscription.
محمود الحين مستمتع يريد يسمع أحلامك يا مولانا يا الله. محمود دخل طول البث في الشات بس يسمع أحلامك الحين.
And the engraving diary. It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nichka's ancient name. After
لا ما تخاف، أنا تعرف I like old women عرفت ولا يعني مولانا ما تصلح معي يعني أريد مثلا مين يعني أوكي والله الصراحة جواب الضرب يعني أرلتشينو معي والله أرلتشينو 100 ممتازة. تعذيب نفسي أحس نفسي والله. واو على أساس يعني مولاني أو ماي جاد يعني أوكي مولاني أوكي استغفر الله تبغى قصدي في حسب بالغلط. أوكي.
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nichka. Don't worry.
ما أظن والله.
Mom is here.
ما أظن ما تخافي. لا يحزن خدامي يا.
3.
Mom will always be with you.
2.
Wake up, Nichka.
1.
It's all right. It's all right. You'll see Mommy soon. Nichka.
Keep back. Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nichka, why?
براحتك. روحي فيها يب.
Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
راحت فيها اوكي. اكلت هواء اوكي. بننتقل مكان البوس الحين ولا لسه ما زال؟ اوكي.
Talasoli, you're the one who twisted Nichka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved, and echoing peaks converge, disperse. In ashes be reborn, for flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the land.
قصة طويل والله، خايس شوي حاطين معليش والله.
We've known each other a while, but we've never met.
You're Nechka?
Yes, but I still don't know your name.
My name's Napeka.
عبود بصراحة أركينه حق أصحابي عيون الشقر ما أدري إيش. لا هي تكره أصلا عيون الشقر وغيرها. هي تبغى رجال تبغى فاضة بالرسم هي بس لا أكثر أقل بس. عرفت لا حركات. يعني بسوي لها يعني حركات يعني كيف يا أخي أني أحب الأطفال وأهتم بالأطفال مثلها بتحبني يعني عرفت تخطيطاتها يعني استراتيجية خطيرة فهمت علي ولا؟ Okay.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go? Nechka, Xilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
سكرنا عمتها بزيادة والله مهبولة مجنونة بجد والله.
I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at all.
Okay.
You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition? When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past.
صح ما قلت لك ايش بسم الله. هي الكلمة حتى عنها كالآتي. هي عبارة عن نوبات صحح لي ليش بصحح لي يعني كلمة مضبوط يعني هي حسب ما فهمت اوكي ما انا حتى بالانجليزي تعتبر يعني نوبات غضب لا إرادية شخصي سواها اوكي او يعتبر سلوك عدواني او حسب يعني كوالك هاستل بيهيفير يعتبر بحسب الانجليزي حتى لها اوكي من شخص يعني لا يدين تصير هي تمام. شخص يبقى يعني يقدر يسيطر على الشخص يعني لما تصير الحالة الانفعالية انفجارة الغضب تبعها اوكي. والشيء الثاني يعني انه بعيد عن انفعالات الغضب تبع هذا الشخص هو نفسه بطبيعة الحال ما يكون عدواني وما تكون عنده انفعالات الغضب هذه الغريبة يكون شخص مسالم طبيعي. لكن لما تجي يعني حالات الغضب هذه او نوبات الغضب اللا إرادية ما يقدر يتحكم فيها ويمكن يؤذي الاشخاص اللي حواليه ويكون عدواني بزيادة ويعني يكون سلوك عدواني بزيادة وغضب شديد عنده يعني حسب ما فهمت منها هذا اللي فهمت بالانجليزي حسب ما فهمت. لكن والله يعني لكن حتى يعني اقول ما في يعني ما انا ما ادري عن مرضك ما شربت في ذاك ما اقدر احكم اوكي. والمرض في الاخير هو الشخص يحاول انه يعني يحاول الشخص ما اقول لك يعني تقدر يعني تضبطها اوكي لكن تحاول شوي انك يعني تضبطي حالك اذا عرفت نفسك تعصبي يعني تحاول تهدي نفسك تحاول تهدي نفسك قبل تري بعدين يحل الموضوع سهل. لكن اذا صار ادري ان مرض نفسي ما في منها علاج، يعطولك ادويه يعني باش يهدوا لك الوضع شوي، يعني حتى مع الادويه ما تنفع الادويه، ادري هذا الشيء. لكن شخص يحاول من نفسه، يحاول ما يقدر هو يحاول يعني يتجنب. بس انا احكي لك يعني انك يعني كنت مرض يعني ما تقدر يعني تدري.
You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of
ادري في الموضوع هذا، لان هذا حتى شيء هذا تمام. اتذكر في لو تعرف مسلسل هاوس، اوكي دكتور هاوس، بعد من الحلقات ورى شخص عنده نوبات غضب هذه. اكيد ما راح افهمها، اكيد ما راح افهمها، ما بسوي نفسي فهيم. انا اقول لك يعني تحاولي، ما اقدر انك ما تقدري، ما يضر واحد يحاول. هذا كان اكيد ما تقدري، والله ما هي مشكله.
Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave, but now you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned.
Nechka is everything to me, and as for blood, but I can't.
والله كوست طويل والله، سكيب يا اخي والله، انقرفت منها الشخصيه دي والله.
Hated myself and ancient names too.
تحس نفسي يعني حس كلامك
is because you've forgotten the true past. A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots. It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down? Xilonen, Nechka, Napecha can already stand now, so we made our way over.
Thank you, Paimon, and I'm fine, really.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the to kill the brave.
ما عندك معلش يعني معلش يا ولد، ما ابغى اعصبك ولا شيء.
Come on, let's get out of here.
ممكن تضيف خيار رابع يعني. هو يعني ما تقدر تحاول تسلم تهاوش تبعد عن المشكلة، يعني تبعد عن الشخص، بس يعني طلع المشاعر اللي عندك. وضروري يعني تطلع مشاعرك على شخص، يعني ابغى اعرف بس معلش. اوكي واخيرا الكويست لسه ما تم. ايش الكويست هذا؟ اطول من حياتي الكويست والله. والله كويست اطول من حياتي، يشهد على يدين والله. ادري ما تحكي فيها يعني، لو انك صارت اللحظه ذيك اللي يعني المشاعر عندك خيارات ثلاثه، ما تقدر تهربي يعني.
I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did. As for now, we can get away from the house and
والله ما ألوم الناس إذا ما فهمت يا منى، يعني الصراحة يعني ما في أحد يفهم يعني المرض النفسي أو غيره، ما أي أحد يفهم. فهمت علي؟
She's already planned out everything. Xilonen sure doesn't waste time. It's still so scary to imagine. Tassoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even she was so cool in the
الناس ما تقدر يعني تقول لك يعني.
and took control of the situation instantly.
تعرف تتصرف مع المرض هذا، اوكي، لأن في ناس ما تعقل إن في مرض مثل هذا، اوكي. في ناس ما تعرف يعني، الناس تاخذ جهال في هذا الموضوع يعني ما تقدر يعني تتوقع الناس كيف تتفهم الموضوع يعني وتعرف تتصرف. فهمت علي؟
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tassoli or simply refused to believe, even if all she had to do, she would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine. It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and the walls around me would start talking. I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have just given up.
You have us now, Napecha. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler and Xilonen will send them flying!
Yeah. Sorry, I just can't help it.
You are already super brave, and you even managed to call Xilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right person. Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate
هذا
that
هذاك
she
وقت
needed
يعني
help.
اليوم الهامستر اوكي كنت فاصلة تمام، لكن انت بعدها جيت البت وقلت انك يعني مو فاصلة وكنت تمسحي، هذا ليش؟ نعم 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 اطلبي.
Tlasoli was
So we had a part to play too! But was she not scared that
skip
someone
skip
would be
skip skip skip.
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription
خلني
she
اسمع
created
خلني.
would not only collect information related to
دقيقة
Nichka's
بس
past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nichka.
اوكي.
It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting.
اوكي.
It's
بقول لك
possible
شيء
that I
اوكي.
was also one of her targets, which would explain why she
تمام
was so
باهي،
willing to let me
لكن
have
انا
the
بقول لك شيء
simple
اوكي مناني،
inscription.
انا بالنسبة لي اوكي بقول لك بصراحة والكل في البث اوكي، اذا احد زعل او عصب يقول لي ايش في صار باش اتفاهم معاه، اما يقول لي شوف اتعصب مرة ومرة يضحك ما افهم يعني النظام والله بيتلخبط يعني ما افهم عليك فهمت علي؟ اوكي طلب
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
No, the most. But
كويست
anyway, I think
طويل
we've
كويست
just
والله
about
ما في
summarized
متعب.
everything and praised each. Everything is finally over.
So, what should I do now?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you.
But everything I know is about Nichka. What she'd like to eat, which flowers she
والله
enjoyed.
صار بشفي
how she
مولاني
acted in
والله
school.
ادري ان هذا مرض نفسي لكن ربي يستر خلاص ربي يستر علينا كلنا عباد
not
وربي يشفينا ان
her,
شاء الله
but
ويهدينا ان شاء الله.
I can only be like her.
حصل
I
خير
don't
حصل
know,
خير حصل خير،
Xilonen. I just
لكن بس يعني طلب واحد اوكي.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka.
اذا صارت يعني عندك
The
حالة
Blazing
هادية او
inscription
شيء
isn't working
تكلمي، اذا صرت معي
anymore. No
تكلمي
one
اوكي.
will force
اذا
you to
صارت مع
be
شخص
somebody
ثاني تحاول
else
تفهمين الوضع
But
ايش عندك
I
تمام.
no longer
يعني مرات ناس
remember
ما
anything
تزعل
about
ان الناس
myself
تزعل
now
اوكي
besides my
من حقها
name.
تزعل، يعني اذا ما شخص
What
مرت
if
تعرف
I
عليه فجأة
never
قلب
remember
عليها
my life and
فهمت علي
lose
بتزعل
all of my
من حق الناس ما
past?
يلومهم.
I'm
يعني وضحي
scared,
حالك
Xilonen.
وضعك وضحي وضعك من البداية فهمت علي، باش الناس تتفهم وضعك ويعني ما تزعل أو تصير مشاكل بيناتكم. يوم يعني تكونوا مبسوطين يوم تزعل منها يعني شخصتين تزعل منه يزعل منك وياخذها يعني يصير موقف جدي فهمت علي.
Here, take this. I took some ore from Tlasoli's collection and made this as a mold.
A blaze gem inscription. You can make them.
Oh, this.
والله كويست كان أهلي كابد الكويست نقفلنا. والله ما ألومها الصراحة يا منى، أنت الحين كل مرة صارت مشاكل بيناتكم أكثر من 4 مرات أو 5 مرات أوكي. كل مرة يعني أحاول أصلح بيناتكم، أنت مرة تطلع منك كلمة غلط يعني مش كلمة غلط تطلع منك كلمتين تقوليها إنها طفلة بايمون إنها طفلة تدلع ولا شنو يعني كلام قلتها يعني كلام يزعل صراحة يا منى. شخص يعني إذا يريد يصلح مع شخص يسمع منك الكلام هذا ورا ظهره يوم يشوف البث مراجعة يعني يجي يقول كيف شخص اللي بيصلحني اللي قال علي هذا الكلام فهمت علي؟ حصل خير حصل خير حصل خير.
As birds spread their wings to fly high into this, your name, remember.
You can do it, Nepeka.
Thank you all. Xilonen.
كويست طويل
If
كويست
you really
طويل.
can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just we're from the same. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed.
أدري هي دخلت بالبث بعدين بغت تحضر بالبث لعبة الطاعون لقت بس لا أدري ما هي ما رمت عليك كلمة يا مولاني أحكي أو ثاني مرة صارت مشكلة بيناتكم أنا أحاول أصلح بيناتكم أوكي هي ما قالت عليك كلمة ولا أنت قلت عليها كلمة أنا قلت لك في البث تو أصلح بيناتكم في البث الطاعون الثاني أوكي أصلح بيناتكم بإذن الله خلي الموضوع علي أنت ولا قلت هي تزعل أنت قلتي عنها في البث إنها هي تزعل السريع ومثل حكاية أطفال تسوي فيها هي كيف جابت تصلح كل شيء انت هي بعد رجعت تحضر في البث لقيت انك قلتي عليها كلام انها طفله وانا تتدلع هذا ليش يعني شخص من حقه يزعل اذا يسمع كلام من ورا ظهره فهمت علي؟
I don't know if rather than placing our hopes on well anyway enough about all that for now let me take Tlasoli back to the tribe first.
كويست والله طول والله.
I nearly Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us.
لكن يمكن هذيك ثاني مرة ثالث مرة صارت المشكلة يا مولاني، وانت هذيك الفترة ما رديتي عليها في رسائلها، انت بعثت لك حتى لما بعثت لك رسائلها يا مولاني الفترة هذيك في الجنشن عم بعثت لي سكرين شوتات، انت ما عبرتها، انت قلت لي بس روح لعبود، ما تخلي عبود لحاله، اهتم بعبود هذا فقط يعني. ما قلت لها ان قريت رسالك اوكي ومو زعلان منك لاحد، انت تردي عليها فقط، انت تسألك على عبود انه يريد تسامحيه يعني فقط، هذا الوحيد اللي ترد عليه في الرسائل. يعني هي حاجة تزعل والله، ما الومها الصراحة يا مولاني، بس اقول لك مثلا يعني هي غلطة والله، ما اقولها غلطة الصراحة، هي من حقها تزعل، من حقها الصراحة، ما بسوي نفسي متحزز على شخص لشخص، لك والله من حقها تزعل. اوكي ريتين انكستي اوكي. لا مو روح عند عبود، هي سألتك قالت لك اذا انت زعلانة مني يا مولاني انا اسفة، طيب بعثت لك هي، بعثت لك هي لما تقول اسمع تقول اسمي انا يعني بعتذر لك، تردي عليها، ما تردي على رسائلها الاولاد، انت ما رديت على رسائل الاولاد، يعني انت كنت متجاهلتها، هي فهمتها يعني كنت متجاهلتها فقط، انت رديتها خلاص سمعتي يعني كتبت اسمي يعني، فهمت علي؟ هذا قصدي، فهمت علي ايش اقصد؟ مش ما له دخل يا مولاني وخليني اوكي بتفاهم معاك وكل شيء اوكي، مش ما له دخل، الناس من حقها تزعل، مو كل الناس يعني تفهم على الطاير ايش تقصدين. حاول الله. ايش دخل انت تشوفين الموضوع ما له دخل صح ولا؟ الناس تاني تفهمها الموضوع تاني إن له دخل، مو كل الناس تفهم شيء بدون شيء يا مولاني، مو كل الناس يعني عندها فهم واحد يعني المواضيع كلها، فهمت علي؟
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest.
اوكي سوي كويست
Well,
براحتك
the
مولاني يا
tribe is
مولاني،
still discussing that.
استمتع بشيء
I mean,
كل ما
not many
تخيا
have ever used ancient names to
خليك
commit a
ريلاكس شيء.
crime.
يس.
Pakal will
اوكي
have
يب
a
اوكي تحكي عن
lot
الموضوع
on
القديم
his
اوكي.
plate. What I do know is
ادري
that
وضعك يا
Cicely's
مولاني،
workshop
قلت
will
لي
be
ان على
closed
اساس
permanently and any
تسوين
remaining
تريد تسوين
incomplete
كويست على السريع اوكي، وانا عندك يعني موضوع تمام، هذا ليش ادري يا مولاني، لكن المفروض اني اخذت الوقت من وقتك شوي، حتى مع انك كنت يدك فيك اني قلت لك اليوم انت تسوي كويست كنت مشغوله اوكي، ما كنت فاضي باش حتى تردي على رسائل، لكن المفروض اخذت شوي من وقتك معليش اوكي، حاولتي تقري رسائل، تتفاهم ان الناس شخص ثاني بعت رسائل انه مهتم يحاول يتكلم معاك يعني، فهمت علي؟ وتردي على كل الرسائل معليش يعني، فهمت علي؟ مو تردي على رسالة من الرسالة، فهمت علي؟ هذا اقصده فقط، يعني في ناس ما تحب يعني الشخص اللي ما يرد على الرسائل كلها، اذا الشخص بعت لك رسائل كلها ترد عليه. تصبح على خير اخوي شاب، والله حبيب قلبي والله، تصبح على خير، محمد سعيد، سلام.
Anyway,
لا ما
at
طنش
least
امك، ما
her
تطنش
ancient name
امك،
is
ما
fine.
تطنش امك،
Otherwise,
طنش
we
المهم ترك وتردي على الرسائل المفروض يا مولاني، ما تطنش امك، لا ما اقول لك طنش امك تعصي امك، لا اقصد على الكويست، اقصد على الكويست، لا الكويست فود وقفتي عنه ورديت على الرسائل ورحتي نمتي وكملت الكويست غدا، المفروض بالراحة،
Oh,
ما
and
ضغطت على
speaking
روحك
of
تكمل
ancient
الكويست
names,
ما رديت على
I
الرسائل، هذا
actually
اقصده.
have some good news. Now, once all the blaze... Yeah, that's
والله
right.
الكويست قرفني.
Huh. Wait, now Nichka really... She's the but that's for another time. For now, she should just rest. After all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
والله هذه مو مشكلتك، لكن المفروض تساعد الناس، التعامل مع الناس بالحسنة والمعرفة اوكي، اما بالحسنة ثم بعتك رسالة ترد على الرسائل، ما تتجاهلي شيء بدون شيء. ادري انك كنت مشغولة وقلت لي انك كنت مشغولة يا مولانا، ادري، لكن المفروض انت وقفت الكويست، كنسلت الكويست ورديت على الرسائل، فهمتها من البداية، الحين ما كانت بعثت لك رسائل كلها الطويلة دي كلها على بعضها، فهمتها من البداية ان الموضوع عادي ويقول ريلاكس، يمكن انت اخذتيش من وقتك دقيقة بدل ما قعدت المشكلة هذه كلها. ما فيش اسمه، مش مشكلتك هذه، اسم التعامل يا لا هي من حقها تفهم غلط، من حقها هي ملاني، بقول معك صريح، من حقها تفهم اذا فهمت غلط، ولا من حقها ما الومها، ومن حقها والله بجد، مو قصة انها مثلا هي فهمت غلط يعني، والله انا اللي كتبت من رسالة هي ما انت ما رديت عليها في وقتها، انت قعدت عطلتي معاها قريب اكثر من نص ساعة يا مولانا، هي بترتب رسالة على مدى نص ساعة يعني، هي تبي تتأكد انك ما في شيء احنا سحبناك زعلتي يعني كرهتينا او شيء، هذا ليش، وانا هي بتكلمني في كل مرة في البث تقولي كلمة مولاني ما ردت علي، اوكي كلمة مولاني ما ردت علي، اقول لها كلمة هي بايمون معليش كلمة خاطئة، كلمة يقول حاضر تو كلمها، حاضر تو كلمها، هي تبعت رسالة من وراي انا. اوكي هذا ليش قلت لك يوم هذاك اليوم صارت مشكلة من يوم انتم زوز تعاركتوا وزعلتوا، المشكلة صارت من وراي انا، هذا ليش اقول لك يعني من وراي انا صارت مشكلة، هذا ليش. اوكي موارد ليتس جو. اوكي كيف اروح الكوست هذا بقى؟ كيف اروح اوكي
Take it easy.
حصل خير يا مولانا. اوكي لكن لازم واحد يحاول يتفهم الناس ويتصرف معاها بصفة عامة، احكي بصفة عامة. اوكي زي ما انت قلتي صديقتك، انت لو عندك مرض نفسي وربي يشفيك ويستر عليك ويريح لك الضيق. اوكي فهمت علي؟ كيف شفتي انت صديقتك تعرف تفهم عليك وتعرف تتصرف، الوحيد تعرف تفهم تتصرف مع الناس، الوحيد بين الناس تعرف تتصرف. شخص لازم يحاول، انا مو اقول كل الاشخاص يعني تعرف تتصرف تعرف تتكلم عن الناس، فهمت علي؟ لا اوكي يا ودي اسكتنا، لا هي ما اريد تعصبي. اوكي لكن بستأذنكم هذا هو البت معليش يعني، لان هذا كيف بفهمها لك والله مشكلة، بحاول افهمها لك مرة تعصبي، لكن معلينا معليش والله بعتذر. الحين بقفل البث يا شباب وشابات معليش، لان هذاك هو لحد وقت يمكن الساعة 12 الحين في الليل، غادي صلاة الجمعة، اذا اي احد لسه سهران يروح ينام لان غادي صلاة الجمعة. اوكي لان صلاة الجمعة اهم، واستاذنكم لا تنسوا لايك واشتراك، واستودعكم الله لا تضيع ودائعه، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.